Alright guys, we're down here at the Microsoft booth at E3 2009. I'm joined by Sam Lake, who has the very privileged position of being the lead writer for Alan Wake. Now Sam, the game went down pretty well at the Microsoft press conference.
Yeah, everything went well.
Can you tell us a little bit about the game and the reception it got yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, we have been working on the game for quite a while now. And it's excellent to be back, excellent to be showing actual gameplay to you, and it's been going great.
Okay, so Alan Wake is the title of the game and also the main protagonist as well.
Yeah. That's been the Remedy tradition in a way of doing that, and for us the main character is a very important part of the game and the story. We want to have a strong protagonist. It's all about him, all about his dilemma, his internal thoughts, and that's the center of the core of the game. So.
Can you just divulge a bit more about what his central dilemma is in the game?
Yeah, well, Alan Wake is a best-selling writer. He has a problem. He hasn't managed to write anything in over 2 years. Now his wife, Alice, takes him on a vacation to the idyllic small town of Bright Falls in Washington to recover his creative flow. But when she vanishes without a trace, Wake finds himself trapped in a nightmare. His latest work, a supernatural thriller he can't even remember writing, starts to come true before his eyes, word by word. That's Alan Wake's story in a nutshell.
And one of the things you seem kind of keen to emphasize is the use of light to kind of battle the enemies.
Light is a key gameplay element for us. It's very important part of the game. It's for the player, a light source such as a flashlight is always more important than a firearm in this game.
Now, we've seen some of the demo that you showed today. You've shown us just a little bit more before this interview. Can you tell us about the actual level and the setting that you've been showing off at E3 2009?
Right. I mean, this is a more action-oriented sequence, very tightly packed to give you an idea of the action elements in the game. We do have a wide variety of different kinds of scenarios in the game. This one happens at night in a forest. Lots of thriller action going on. To balance that out in the game, we do have daytime sequences. You get to explore the small town of Bright Falls, meet the quirky locals, and find more about the story.
Some of the great bits that we've seen, it's not just using a flashlight, you're using generators,
right.
you're powering stuff.
Light is a very important part of the game, so we do have a wide variety of different kinds of light sources. There are different kinds of flashlights, hand flares, flare gun. You can use vehicles in the game, so vehicle headlights are an important part of the game. There are bigger searchlights that you can man, generators that you can use to power up the light sources, all kinds of things like that. In the game, Wake's thriller story that he has written and starts to come true, it talks about a dark presence that has been unleashed. It's taking over everything in its path, from people and animals to inanimate objects, turning them against Wake. And the idea is that while these locals or objects are being possessed by the dark presence, you can't really do any actual damage on them before you destroy the dark presence with your light.
I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about the story as well. I mean, one of the things at the moment seems to be people are doing a lot of games with moral choices, whereas you're doing very episodic driven. Tell us a little bit about that.
Our approach is that to make a very tightly packed, good thriller, you need to figure out the structure of the story beforehand. We want to give the player the best possible roller coaster ride through the game, and the thriller story is our way of doing it. For us, a thriller means strong atmosphere and mood, and a smart story to give a reason for all the scares in the game.
Well, the game's been in development for a long time now. It's become pretty much the most popular game at E3 2009. Tell us about when we can finally see it.
Alan Wake will see the light of day in spring 2010.
Very good. You've rehearsed that, haven't you, I think?
Right.
Very good. Well, thanks for your time. You can find out more about Alan Wake on the site as well as the rest of E3. It's e3.gamespot.com.